Here's the brutal truth. I spent 2 years fighting Kubernetes instead of using it. Deployments were failing randomly, debugging took hours, and I was constantly one YAML typo away from breaking everything. Then I discovered these 14 tools that completely changed the game. If you're tired of wrestling with your cluster, this is your rescue kit. Let's start with the obvious one, the one you are already using. Kubectl is your gateway to everything Kubernetes. Sure, it comes with the territory, but mastering it transforms chaos into control. Instead of guessing what's happening in your cluster, Kubectl gives you instant visibility and the power to fix problems on the spot. It's the difference between driving blind and having a full dashboard visibility. But here's where most people get stuck. They keep copy-pasting YAML files and praying they work. That's where Helm comes in. Helm packages your applications into reusable charts that can be installed, upgraded, and rolled back with single commands. It's like having an app store for your cluster, find what you need, install it cleanly, and manage its entire lifecycle without the headaches of maintaining hundreds of individual YAML files. Now, if you prefer a different approach to managing configurations, Kustomize might be your answer. Managing the same application across dev, staging, and production used to mean maintaining 3 separate sets of YAML files. Kustomize lets you define your application once and patch it differently for different environments. You don't need to use any template madness or duplicate configuration files. This is just clean and maintainable configurations that scale with your needs. Speaking of making things easier, let me tell you about Lens Kubernetes IDE. This tool transforms Kubernetes from a command line nightmare into a visual experience. Instead of juggling dozens of terminal windows, you get a unified interface to monitor, debug, and manage your entire cluster. It's like switching from Notepad to a proper IDE. You didn't know how much you needed it until you had it. And with the native AWS integrations and Lens Prism, your experience is taken to the next level, as you don't need to juggle AWS CLI commands to get your clusters into Lens. And with Prism, you get an AI assistant at your fingertips that help you debug any issues you might have using plain English. Once you got your Kubernetes manifest sorted, you need to think about deployments, and this is where GitOps comes in, and ArgoCD actually makes it work. ArgoCD turns your Git repository into the single source of truth for your cluster state. Push code, watch it automatically deploy, roll back by reverting a commit, see exactly what changed and when. It eliminates the deployment anxiety and the works on my machine problems by making your cluster state completely predictable and version controlled. If you want a lighter alternative, FluxCD takes a different approach to GitOps by living entirely inside Kubernetes as a custom resource. It's simpler to set up and feels more natural if you're already thinking in Kubernetes terms. It's perfect for teams who want GitOps benefits without the complexity of external systems managing their cluster state. But what if you're just getting started and need a cluster in the first place? Installing Kubernetes used to be an adventure in dependency management and configuration hell. K0s gives you a complete Kubernetes distribution in a single binary that just works. There is no complex setup, no mysterious dependencies, you just download it, run it, and you have a production-ready cluster in minutes. For more specialized needs, Cosmotron sounds crazy until you need it. It runs entire Kubernetes cluster as pods inside your existing cluster. This is perfect for testing, multi-tenancy, or giving different teams their own isolated environments without spinning up separate infrastructure. It's cluster inception, if that actually makes sense. Now let's talk about keeping things secure and compliant. OPA GateKeeper enforces policies automatically, so you don't have to remember security best practices at 2 a.m. Want every deployment to have resource limits? Write the policy once and Gatekeeper blocks anything that doesn't comply. It's like having a security expert review every change to your cluster 24/7. Security is important, but you also need to know what's actually happening in your cluster. That's where Prometheus and Grafana come in. Prometheus collects metrics from everything in your cluster, while Grafana turns those metrics into beautiful, actionable dashboards. Instead of finding out about problems when users complain, you see issues developing and can fix them proactively. It's the difference between reactive firefighting and proactive system management. As your applications grow more complex, service communication becomes a nightmare. That's where service meshes like Istio and Linkerd shine. They handle the complex networking between your applications, security, load balancing, traffic routing, and observability. Istio gives you every feature imaginable with fine-grained control, while Linkerd focuses on simplicity and reliability. Both eliminate the nightmare of managing service-to-service communication manually. Here's a tool that extends your capabilities without adding complexity. Krew extends kubectl with a massive ecosystem of plugins that add missing functionality. Instead of writing custom scripts or complex one-liners, you install plugins that solve common problems elegantly. It really takes kubectl to the next level. For local development and testing, Kind runs multi-node Kubernetes clusters locally using Docker containers. It's perfect for testing, development, and CI pipelines without cloud costs. You get real Kubernetes behavior on your laptop, complete with networking, storage, and all the complexity that makes production deployments tricky. Finally, let's talk about something that keeps executives awake at night, and that's cloud costs. So Kubecost shows you exactly where your cloud spending goes, down to individual pods and namespaces. No more surprise bills or guessing which team is burning through the budget. It provides real-time cost visibility and helps you optimize spending before it becomes a problem your CFO wants to discuss. So there you have it, 14 tools that transform Kubernetes from a wrestling match into a productive platform. The secret isn't learning all 14 at once, it's picking the right tool for your current problem and start building from there. Start with your biggest pain point. Are you struggling with YAML? You should try Helm or Kustomize. Do you have debugging mysteries? Grab Lens. Deployment chaos, pick a GitOps tool, can't see what's happening, install Prometheus and Grafana. If you like this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell to get notified when new videos come up. I'm Flavius, see you the next time.